Hey everyone, WoW ASG here with another how-to video for Total War Warhammer. And today I'll be showing you everything you need to do to blow up a Vampire Death Star using the Empire. I'm joined by my friend Reballin. Now, in order to build a balanced anti-Death Star army, you're going to want to bring an unmounted Empire General, an unmounted Bright Wizard, an unmounted Light Wizard, 3 shielded spearmen, 3 halberds, 2 greatswords, 2 crossbowmen, a demigryph with halberds, and a luminarch. Using this army like I show you today will win you a majority of your Death Star engagements. During deployment, you want to start by selecting your 3 spearmen and 2 of your halberds. Increase their rank using Control plus the up arrow key and then place them at the front of your army. You'll want to center this line in front of your luminarch's firing position. While you still have them selected, press Control and G to lock them into a group formation. Next, select your 2 greatswords and your last remaining halberd and increase their rank with Control plus up arrow. Place them centered directly behind your first line. While they're still selected, press Ctrl plus G to lock them into a group formation. Next, take a short amount of time figuring out the best vantage point for your luminarch. Any spot with a clear line of sight of the battlefield will do. Now select your 2 crossbowmen and place them back with the luminarch. Lock them together with Ctrl plus G. Next, select your light wizard and place them away from the front lines near your luminarch. Then do the same thing with the bright wizard. Make sure to place your Empire General centered behind your front line. Finally, place your demigryphs with halberds near your luminarch, ready to intercept any threats to the wizards or the luminarch. Once your luminarch is set to defensive stance, this will conclude deployment. During the battle, we'll be using several strategies to tear apart the Death Star. The first strategy is focused on the luminarch. The luminarch is able to 2-shot a giant and nearly 1-shot lords and heroes. Luminarch's incredible burst damage and accuracy will cause the enemy to either expend healing or commit all his forces into destroying it. This means keeping your luminarch alive is essential. The purpose of the greatsword group is to defend the luminarch and to support the front line. You can see here the enemy is moving cavalry to the flanks in an attempt to destroy the luminarch. When the luminarch is targeted, move back as many units as it takes from the second group to defend it. Wait for the Death Star to enter the luminarch's range and then direct its fire at the necromancer. Once the necromancer dies, the Death Star will lose a significant amount of its healing. It only takes 1 direct hit to make the necromancer begin to crumble, and 2 will definitely kill him. Make sure you're very proactive at defending the luminarch because very quickly it will become your enemy's main objective. You can see here the direct hit on the necromancer kills him in 1 hit. Now the second strategy to defeat the Death Star involves the net of Amnitoc. An overcasted net from the Light Wizard will trap the entire Death Star, giving you enough time to surround it with your front line, and significantly increases the chance you'll score direct hits with the luminarch. As soon as it's immobilized, move quickly to wrap the front line around it. From here, have your archers start targeting the crypt horrors one by one. Crypt horrors are incredibly weak to ranged attacks. Ensure the luminarch is still targeting their general, and make sure you're actively defending it. As long as the Death Star still has 1 healer still alive, it will not fall apart. That is unless they've completely run out of magic power. And here's where the third strategy and our Bright Wizard come into play. The Flaming Sword of Ruin is a relatively cheap spell that when overcast will give a large area of your army flaming and magical weapons. This is the perfect spell to use to oversaturate the Death Star with damage, as crypt horrors are weak to fire and cairn wraiths can only be significantly damaged with magical attacks. Once your luminarch is safe, throw any units from the second group into surrounding the Death Star. As long as the Death Star remains surrounded, it will only take 1 to 2 casts of Burning Sword of Ruin to cause the Death Star to completely disintegrate. Killing all lords and heroes who can cast Invocation of Nehek or running their army entirely out of magic are the only ways to kill a Death Star. You're able to do all these things with the 3 strategies I showed you today. Using the luminarch to snipe, the net to tie down and surround, and the Burning Sword of Ruin to pour damage on, you will consistently beat Death Stars in matches. Using this strategy is very balanced, and it will even work against other armies not necessarily Death Stars. During my many matches using Death Stars, this has been the most efficient strategy to take it down. Thank you for watching. My name is WoW ASG. If you found any of the videos I've made helpful or informational, I'd appreciate it if you leave a like and subscribe.